Welcome back, everyone. This is Kathy with Bridges Stamping. Hope you're doing well. On the day this video is supposed to post, we are supposed to have some snow, so I will let you know in the description if that happens. So we're going to begin a series of highlighting some really cool bundles found in the spring catalog, also with some celebration items, but today we're just going to be focusing on the Ranunculous Romance bundle. Now I got this with the intent I'm going to be doing some bullet journal spreads using Stampin' Up! Supplies, so that video is coming soon, but not yet. But this is perfect for that, for that creation of a kind of a collage effect. So we're going to be making a variation of this card because, you know, every time I do a video I change it up. So if you notice, this is a little bit of vellum, so it gives us really this textured effect to this card. And then the dies that come with this stamp set are really cool. So we have those, it does cut out the two images, and this little rectangle cuts out the hello and the little, I'm not sure what that is. I know it's some mail related, but, or address related, but it does cut that out as well. So just gonna move this to the side and move this to the side for inspiration, but we're not making that exactly. So I've already cut out, and I may not use all of this, the dies that I'm intending on using. We're going to be using a crumb cake card base, and it's just your standard scored at 5.5, and by give me a second to get a ruler because I cannot math today. Okay, so it is 11 by 4.5, scored at 5.5. Okay, and then what I did was I took, this is a layering base, Blackberry Bliss, which is just my standard, I can't remember my standard, 4 by 5.25, and then I cut it down by yet another quarter for our white base. And this is where we're going to be building that collage, so let's get that out of the way. So the three colors we're going to be using are Blackberry Bliss, Soft Succulent, which is one of the in colors, and Crumb Cake. So we're going to start the building of the collage with this stamp in the lightest color, which is Crumb Cake. Now this is just like building a background. You know, you stamp everywhere that you might find interesting. You know, the more you build up, the more you're gonna have obviously on the page. And it's, you know, mine's a little crooked, but that's okay. We don't care, right? We're building a background, okay? So we're gonna stop with that, and we're gonna go into the flower. Now I'm gonna do this in Blackberry Bliss, but I think I'm gonna stamp it off because I think it might be a bit too bright if I do it full strength. So I'm just gonna stamp off into my grid paper. Then I want one full size right here. That's really pretty. Those colors are really pretty together. Another stamp off, one over here. I just don't want to get any of my desk here. And then maybe we'll just do a tip up here. Now this is, you know, your collage. You play with it as you like. I'm gonna clean all my stamps afterwards. But then we're gonna take the Soft Succulent for this bit of greenery here. And we can play with it. Fill in those white spaces. And there we go. Just a little bit over here. And then while I have this out, we're going to stamp the inside because we don't want our cards to not have anything stamped inside. So we're going to use the Just For You, because I think this makes a very nice thinking of you card, and I've been sending more of those out, especially some friends I haven't been able to see. So they're going to get some just saying hello cards. So we're gonna, I stamped the sentiment in the Blackberry Bliss, well, only the 3 colors here. We're gonna stamp off the soft succulent. We're just gonna kind of frame our words just to dress up the card a little bit, make it a little prettier. Okay, I'll just move that up to the side because I'm going to close up my ink pads so I don't stick my hand right in the ink and smear it all over the place. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take some of the crumb cake linen thread, or baker's twine I believe it is, and I'm going to wind it around the bottom instead of the ribbon I used. Oh wait, forgot a step. Before we do that, I'm going to take that crumb cake color and a blending brush, and we're going to kind of give it like a, almost like a coffee kind of effect, a little bit of a aging, just a couple places like in the corners. And notice that I'm starting off the side so I don't get that splotch on my card. We're just kind of giving a bit of antiquing, like a vintage look. I think that's why I really like the stamp set. You can do a lot of vintagey things, and if you're into bullet journaling or junk journaling, it's a really great set for that. Okay, now that we have our antiquing done, let me just adjust the camera, see if you can see that. Really looks really cool and vintage. All right, now we're going to take my stampings, Stamp and Seal Plus. I use the Plus, I like it better, but it is a little bit overkill for this job. So then we're going to take it, we're going to wind our baker's twine. We'll do 3 times, I think is good. And then just cut it. Then we're going to adhere it to our mat, our layer. Just get my liquid glue. So just a little bit. Oh, you can't even see it. I did it off camera again. This does not bode well. Okay. We want to layer it in the center. Okay. And then we're going to glue it to the card base before I add, actually, yeah, do that before we are at our other elements. Once again, we're centering it. I was thinking this would also look really good with maybe like a copper matte, you know, one of the brushed metallics. Give it a really pretty feel to it. Okay, so I don't know if I was gonna, now I'm not sure if I'm gonna add that. It covers up too much of my card. All right, I like it actually better behind. Okay, so let's do that. So what we're just gonna do is we're gonna dot the glue in strategic places. That also helps giving it like that collage effect, because then the flower kind of, I'm sorry, oh wow, that's really close, sorry. It's really hard to do on camera because I don't want to put my head in the camera, but I just want to dot the glue here and here because I don't want it smearing everywhere on my card. But this glue is really strong. Actually, I'm going to brush some of that off. Okay. Now we're just going to tuck it underneath. Just push down. So see, we have that collage effect. And then for the little hello, and this is, I am embossed white on my Blackberry Bliss, and I use that little die to cut it out. And we're just going to use some dimensionals. I have the end of, I think it's a paper pumpkin pack of dimensionals. So here, we're going to put it right in the center here, a little bit above the ribbon. Here we go. So we have this really nice thinking of you card with this on the inside that I'm going to send to a friend of mine. And that is the Ranunculous Romance bundle. Let me know what you think and in the comments, and stamp on.